This is the move that I use a lot in my fights. I've got my opponent here in the guard. Now, to immobilize him even more, I'm going to pull his body weight on top of me. Sometimes when I do it, just trying to use his arms, my opponent is too strong. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use my legs too. I use my legs and my arms. I pull my opponent on top of me. Now, I'm going to take this arm from on the bottom and loop it around his arm, controlling his arm. My other hand pushes his face, and this hand grabs onto my shoulder. Now, it's very important that I keep the pressure down on his arm, on top of his elbow with this arm, and push away on his face. Now, I'm going to open my guard, make space, make sure I keep the pressure with my arm, sliding this leg up. Now, my foot is still inside. It's not on top of his body. I keep the pressure on his arm. Now here, I'm going to push down with both arms, applying the pressure for the submission. These two arms are going to come down on top of his elbow to tap him out. Say he manages to turn his arm and escape his arm. I'm going to switch my grip, controlling his wrist, and apply the Kimura, tapping him out. Okay, again, I'm here. My one hand's going in. First, I pull his weight up on top of me. I put my hand inside. I push his face. Make space. I'm going to slide my leg up with my foot inside. My foot has to be inside. Now I put the pressure on his shoulder and I tap him out. Switch my grip, grab his wrist, apply the Kimura. Again, I pull him on top of me, bring my arm inside, escape my hip, slide my knee up, and put my foot inside. My foot has to be inside. Why? If I put my foot outside, I have no pressure with my knee. I cannot control his shoulder. Once I put my foot inside, I can put a lot more pressure on his shoulder. What I want to do is I want to push my knee down towards the ground. Do not leave your leg outside like this. Put your foot inside. You can put more pressure. Bring your knee down towards the ground. It's very important that I keep this pressure and then put pressure on his elbow to do the submission. I'm going to use my legs and my arms. Pull his weight on top of him. My hand goes inside, push off the face, controlling the arm. I don't want him to be able to come back into me. I need to make sure I secure this arm well. Slide my hips out, slide my knee up, foot inside, put the pressure, submit the guy. Pull him on top. My arm goes inside, trapping arm. Slide my hips out, foot in, knee on top. Right here, even without using my hands, there's a lot of pressure on his arm. Look, he's almost tapping. It's really important that you keep that foot inside. Now I put my arms on his elbow and tap him out. One thing that happens a lot in this position is that while I'm working this position, the guy knows a little bit about my game, so he's going to defend it and bring his weight on top of me. So here I am. I've come in. I've set it up. I slide my knee. And as I'm starting to bring my knee up, he brings his weight up on top of me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to switch to the other side, bringing my hips out, and using this foot here, I'm going to make a hook to sweep. Now I'm going to extend his body out a little by pulling a little bit back, taking him off balance, giving him a little push, and sweeping him over. I come inside with my arm, controlling this arm. I push away. As I start sliding my knee up, he brings his weight on top of me, posting his arm. Now I'm going to switch my hips to the other side, make my hook. It's very important I don't let him keep his hand here on the ground. I have to stretch his arm out. I'm going to cut with this foot, lifting with the other, giving him a little push, sweeping on top. Okay, here I am. I've got one hand inside. I slide my hips out. He comes on top. I quickly move my hips to the other side, put my hook inside. Now I'm going to stretch him out. And now I'm going to make a quick movement of my hips to sweep him over.